Shalom, all praises be unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone who were well, and salutes unto the Archim who continue to push the word in truth and in sincerity. Now, what inspired me to do this video, at Plantation earlier, they had the TV on, and the deceased queen is lying in state, and basically members of the public can go and file past quietly, silently walk past her coffin in Westminster Abbey, or wherever it's at. And basically they had a little service when the coffin got dropped off in that particular building, and they were singing. I think they had the choir boys singing Psalm 139. But obviously it was that Baroque style type of music, and then that just casted my mind back to, that's Jake, that's us, man. But when things get into Edomite's hands, man, it becomes spooky, it becomes eerie, and it just ain't it, man. But I haven't done a video like this in a while, but this is pretty much getting into Baroque, right? And it says Baroque relating to or denoting a style of European architecture, music, and art of the 17th and 18th centuries that followed mannerisms and characterized by ornate detail. Okay. In Portuguese is Barroco. In Spanish is Barujo, if I'm saying that correctly. In Italian is Barocco, and in French is Baroque. Alright, which really basically goes back to blessed, or to bless Barak in the last one, Kodash. Okay. No. Got some musicians here who were prominent in the Baroque period. Right. Johann Sebastian Bach, he's a famous one. Vivaldi is another famous one. Handel. Okay, you got Purcell, Corelli, Scarlatti, Telemann. When I was coming up, and I used to, when I was learning particular set of instruments, for the theory part of things, you actually had to listen to classical music, Baroque music, and really get into the music theory of it. And yeah, man, these guys be getting down, man. You listen to that music, you know that's Jake, man. Okay. Now, my next point is that it's sacred, right? It's sacred music. It's just not any pop song or random thing. Like, it was Baroque music. Pretty much was singled out for the use of the liturgy, the church service, right? Okay, now I'm gonna do this. See, the church's influence on composition was extremely significant leading up to Baroque era. Okay. However, as the influence and extravagance of the church grew in people's day-to-day lives, some began to view it more in a more negative light. In the 16th century, indulgences rose in popularity, giving the wealthy an opportunity to buy passes into heaven. It's got a lot of basically back history, back story on it, in Reformation, and leading up to that. But it was heavily involved in the early church, which was run by Jake, man. Now, I might do a longer version of this, but it's just a quick overview. You got the Psalms, right? The Psalms is what it really goes back to. Okay, it's a sacred song or hymn in particular any of those contained in the biblical books of Psalms and used in Christian and Jewish worship. That's what they say here on Google. I believe it was large. We're not correct here. See, in Hebrew it says here, Psalms. In Hebrew, the word Psalms, Tehillim, derives from the root Hilamed, Lamed, that pronounces the word to praise or to shine. To praise would really be halal. But Tehillim means psalms, which really just means songs, man. Because they're songs of praise. They used to have that show on BBC One, Songs of Praise, which in the last one, Kadash, would be Thalalium. And basically, man, that Baroque era, that even the art, goes back to us, man. You got a picture of it. I just put in. See, sometimes you gotta mess around, see what Google's gonna show you. I just put King Henry Black, man. Alright, this is depiction of King Henry VIII, man. Straight up Jake, man. Because you had your various kings, when you get into the history of it, your various kings who had particular musicians even write songs which were dedicated to be played in church, but it was the backstories. We might do a little series on like the backstories of particular Baroque songs which were written on the king's influences to for a particular reason, which became famous songs within the church scene. Alright, in other countries like over here in the UK, Britain, another country, they try and hide it out, but in Russia, them icons, man, okay, they've got an icon here of the father that is clearly a so-called black man with woolly hair, man, and a woolly beard, okay. Alright, here we go again. You trying to tell me that's not Jake, bro? Come on, man. That's straight up Jake, man. Alright, this one, Yahweh Shine as well, man. I saw one. Let's scroll down a bit. Saw another one that looked like John the Baptist. That's straight up Jake. These Russian icons, man. There's the one with angels, some angels here. Straight up Jake. There's no fucking way. Excuse the French, man, but there's no way you could say that. That's a white man, bro. This looks like John the Baptist, man. A wild look, but that's again Jake, man. That's just Jake, bro. Come on. Back on the songs, right? This is where we at, bro? This is song. We're talking about Psalms. So we got Psalms on the brain. I've been talking about songs. This is First Samuel 16 and 23. And it came to pass when the evil spirit from the Most High was upon Saul, that David took an harp and played with his hands. So Saul was refreshed and was well, and the evil spirit departed from him. And why was the evil spirit basically departed from Saul? Because David was playing blessed music. He was playing them psalms, which shows you that it can put music can put spirits on you, and it can take spirits off of you, man. You put that Baroque music on to kind of calm you down, man. see what is it saying? Isaiah 29:16. Surely your turning of fingers upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay, for shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not, or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he hath no understanding. This particular, you gotta certify the certain scriptures, man. You know, validate this. I say validate. That's the wrong word. But you gotta certify the certain scriptures in terms of their root, breakdown, and meaning. Okay, even if we use them as examples for other things, you gotta certify them for their particular breakdown. To turn these things upside down is pretty much the running of society, man. It's adverse, it's against, it's upside down, or contrary, I should say, rather to that of the scriptures, because the wicked is in rule, as the scripture says, the people mourn. Okay, you know, but this scripture came to mind because, like, you got holy music, right? That if you hear that now, it sounds spooky, man. Like even the horror movies, they be playing like Baroque music in horror movies, and that's scary, right? Because the vibration behind it is all messed up. You got the wicked changing and using and modifying wickedly what was once ours for holy use in the church, man. Alright. Come on, down. See, it's not gonna come up. Alright, come on. I just wanted to see if it will come up. But pretty much what I wanted to get anyway was songs. Yeah. Praise ye the Lord. Sing unto the Lord a new song, and his praise in the congregation by the saints. And that song ultimately leads to wisdom, knowledge, and understanding the correct doctrine, man. Okay, let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. So really, blessed music is only to be sung, or can really only be sung by Israelites, man. Now, we know that the song is speaking of what? This truth, and the correct breakdown of it, man. But you read throughout all the Psalms, man, we are musical people, man. And like I said, this is just a short. I'm going to probably do a longer version of this, man, but this is just a short, you know. But that Baroque music, man, it really goes back to Jake. And the music couples up with, it is a form of art, but it couples up with, like, art as in sculptures, paintings, things of that nature, man. Like I said, I used to be all up into it. I'm going to do some longer lessons on it, man. The Baroque period, the early church music, things of that nature. Okay, it's all Jake, man. You got the singing in the Latin thing, a lot of that. That's where they started singing in that Latin. A lot of it got demonic, singing to Lucifer, who they really Satan. A lot of them songs in the name of Lucifer is really them singing to Satan. I'm gonna get all into it, man. But this is just like, you could say it's like a prelude video, man. But yeah, the big thing is it goes deep, man. Many is that, man. Shalom.